That is who I am. I am Dr. Ask. So, what I'm trying to do right now is tune into YouTube as well as Facebook. You all know how I do. Trying to get my following up on YouTube. Trying to get more of you all to tune in. I guess I could send like a notification out, but nah, not far. But definitely with YouTube, I definitely try and get that up because trying to get more people to look at my videos here on YouTube. So, how you doing, Emmanuel? Nevertheless, let me take my little necklace and stuff out. So, how you doing, Clarence? At any rate, so today, of course, there's a couple of things. I'm going to touch on a couple of things, and I'm going to be on here long, okay? Because I got stuff to do. And I have to complete a couple classes today, and I have clients who need my help. The appointments I have scheduled up for today. Nevertheless, and I said this again, why I keep saying nevertheless today, I don't know what it's about, but whatever. So it's really important that we understand about relationship statuses because I noticed when you put, who you with. I think sometimes when we publicize our relationships, I think, well, one or two things can happen. Sometimes, in so many words, shame the devil. You know what I mean? Meaning, people should claim you, right? People should honestly claim you. People should claim you because they're with you, they rocking with you, they sleep with you. You're in a relationship, whether that be via marriage, whether that be cohabitating together, whether that be a spiritual union. Nevertheless, you all are in a relationship. And because you all are in a relationship, people should know that you're married or people should know that you're in a relationship. However, this can become a problem here on social media because I've noticed, if you notice, sometimes so many of us can pretend that we're so happy that we have this great, brilliant union. We're so connected. We're so in love. And so you post you and your husband, you post you and your wife, and you're smiling, taking pictures. You all in the public doing your thing out in the clubs. You all are out at the restaurants. And I think sometimes it could be a little bit much because I think that sometimes it seems like we're trying to impress people. And it's okay to do it. I think it's an overindulged kind of thing, especially with having it on, social media, right? So it's a such thing as posting too much information on social media, like via location, via what you all are doing, where you all live at, what you all eat, what's going on in your marriage, what's going on in your relationships, and that can be too much. Now, in some cases, for example, we could, in the social media world, when you all are officially together, first thing you do is go married to this person or in a relationship with, and this person's status. My kink is not on really Facebook like that. He's on it. He still has a page up, but he don't really be on there like that. So I don't necessarily have to have that in the public. I don't necessarily have to keep talking about my relationship or posting. Every now and then you may see a couple of things like, I might share like he got me this today or, you know, I'm so happy that I'm with you kind of thing and I appreciate your energy, etc. Right? Um, when certain relationship statuses may change, certain things within our lives that may change, that might be exciting, then that probably would be something that I may post. However, just being how you doing, sis? But just being mindful of that, I don't have to. You know what I mean? I'm not really this big person because you all know mostly my social media and my relationship statuses and that could be like my children. Every now and then you'll see pictures of my children. You'll see me saying hi to my children or laughing with them or something like that. Or you may they might be in a video with me and they'll be like acting shy or whatever. That kind of thing. So really the most you will see, I don't really delve into not because I'm trying to hide anything, but I just think some things are just really sacred. Some things are really sacred, but if your page is solely based off, relationships and things like that, so that may be different. Like if your relationships and things like that. My brand is, I really don't have a brand. I'm just Dr. Amir Senko Kwali. So I don't really necessarily have a brand. I'm a healer. I'm a doctor of healing. I do different things in the healing world. So I don't necessarily have a type of a je ne sais quoi, that thing that, you all have. I don't have a brand. It's who I am. Some of us may have brands, and that's, it's not really me. I just do my business. I have my own healing center. I have many clients that I assist, and I work with people to take people to the next level and stage in their life, and that's pretty much what I do. In a nutshell. So, and all that stuff. Some of y'all talk about y'all brand and stuff, and I'm looking at y'all. What kind of brand? I'm going on up there. I'm like looking at y'all like, what kind of brand you talking about? Like, what are you really doing? Brand. I would think would be like somebody like Beyonce. She has a brand. Jay-Z. These folks have brands. Cardi B. Brands. Even on the terms of, I don't know, like Yvonne. What's her name? That one like her, she has a type of a brand, right? That's not me. That's not me. Even when I get to that status of more and more people get to know me, I'm still gonna be regular Mary and walk around with flip flops in warm weather and some cute boots and a cute outfit because y'all know I like to be Jackson with it. So that's pretty much and then as far as like relationship statuses and things like that, I just know how to have a successful relationship. I know how to keep someone with me. I know how to get rid of someone. Okay. And so, like all these statuses, sometimes it's none of your damn business. Sometimes I have to keep certain aspects of me. I do share, right? You all know I share certain aspects that I may have been through in different relationships. I don't mention names because not everybody wants their information in the public about me. And some people I don't want y'all to know that I may have talked to. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Some people I'm ashamed that I hung out with you. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And some of us as life coaches and as coaches and as doctors of metaphysics, we'll say, I don't regret anything. That's crap. That is crap. Some people you didn't hung with, you didn't necessarily. Today with your grown body, your grown mind, your passion, your energy will not still be with. Okay, you would not even give them a time of day. That was just maybe because you was vulnerable during that time. That person may bring up that energy back for you that you had previously, and you don't want to keep reliving that. So, what I've done, and I don't want to keep talking about it. I'm gonna say, hey, yeah, what's the problem? Yes, I shared share like me or who hit up my DM and all that. Like, for what? That's my past. It's my past. I'm dealing in my future. And some things from your past we don't like talking about this from your past. Y'all like talking about stuff about your past all the time. I'm just saying, if you do, then raise your lying hand. Raise your lying hand. If you sitting at the dinner table with your new boo and your ugly ex walks over and stare and be like, hey girl, don't you remember me? Or hey girl, or hey boo, you remember me? And her eyes on top of her head. And she like this. looking crazy. She got on a carpet dress. Or, I don't know. You know what I mean? She just looks crazy. And it's not, you know, you don't want no, who wants that energy, you know? And I might deny you. I might be like, who are you? And and it's real sometimes. Sometimes people just don't want to be bothered, you know. Sometimes people just don't want to be bothered. Some people don't want you to know, don't want that person to know that they ever dealt with that person. Now, your ex, your current uh, love may know. You may have told, hey, I was with this particular person. Now I'm gonna tell that person who I was with. I have no problem. For example, let's get into some real deep stuff. Now, there are certain things in your life, like if you contracted something, let's say a disease, let's say herpes, diseases that you can't get rid of, herpes, HIV/AIDS, and things like that. That's private, unless you're sleeping with someone. Now, if you're sleeping with someone, that's something different. We'll get into that. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about people that you're not going to have any sexual relations with. Then no, that is not the other person's business. Now, the person that you're sleeping with, you're going to become intimate with is something different. And suppose they have it. You may not want everybody to know that you have it, or you may not want to vocalize things unless it's a problem, unless, you know what I mean? So it's different reasons. And not only that, let's go into it on a different level. Relationship status. You can also have a situation whereas people sometimes like the fact that you're in a relationship. That turns them on and that attracts them. Seriously, that attracts people to know that to see if they can get you, to see if they can lure you in, to see if they can get your mate. Just because they already know that you're in a relationship, and so they like you even more. That's just like when married men wear rings, or when women were married women. In a lot of cases, people will try to talk to them, seeing the ring, knowing that they are married, but just talk to them just because, just to see, yeah, I got him, or I got her, right? So all of that matters. So we have to be just mindful of what to share, you know? And then think about it. Then the next step would be, suppose you get into, and that really kind of went backwards, right? Suppose you're getting into a new relationship and you're all dating and you don't quite want everyone to know that exactly that you're dating right now, because he may be a public figure, you may be a public figure, or you just don't want everybody in your business, right? So be careful about posting and everybody know that you're in this relationship. Step lightly, because when I first got into some of my relationships, I didn't tell everybody. I did not. I didn't tell my closest friends because I did not know where it was going to head. Okay, and so we have to be mindful of that. You can ruin something. Some people, not that they're hiding anything, not that everybody's always hiding things, but sometimes people are private, are private in that regard, and you don't want everybody in your business because they're like, who are you talking to? Well, tell me about this. Tell me about that. And then sometimes people prejudge. Sometimes people prejudge based off of that. And you may be having this exciting relationship and it might be wonderful, but the moment that everybody knows about it, it tarnishes. And then all of a sudden you look up and you're like, it's over. That same way with reality TV. Think about some of these reality stars and how difficult it is having. It's one thing to do like a couple of videos and be like, hey, who are you, right? But when we do these relationships on national TV, it's like almost set up for failure. It's like the reality curse. More than likely, most people who have done reality TV, we're talking relationship statuses, right? Relationships have suffered in some way. Now, that's not saying there are some exceptions to the rule who have remained intact, but for the most part, majority of them have ended because of all your information being put out to the public, people are looking for your relationship to fail. People are not congratulating you because you got a relationship, because you share, your good things and good statuses about this particular person. People really want to see failure. And that's an unfortunate, that we can't have public relationships the way that are positive, right? Because people always want to find something out about what this person is doing. And it may not be all what you think it is. It may not even be something negative. Because you're in this particular relationship, and then it's a lot of pressure. And then pressure in having, all the your situation more than others. And then what does it say? Sometimes it's a situation where people genuinely want to share their love. They're like, look, I'm in love. This is what it is. It's a wonderful thing. And that's beautiful, right? That's beautiful, beautiful, right? The problem, and then sometimes those other people who want to say, yeah, 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 I'm really trying to cover up from something that I really don't have, that I'm missing. So I'm trying to, because a lot of people that come to me, they're my clients, and this is no knock. That's not everybody, but some people, they'll post all this stuff on social media. They be kissing, hugging, excuse me, this illusion, because a lot of it be illusion, right? So they have this illusion that they're so in love and everything is wonderful, and then by the time you look up, you find out like they're not really in love. They're not in a situation as they say. It's not what they sing. The children are unruly. The children rude, cursing, snapping on their parents, running away, that kind of thing. And then the marriage is shot to shit. And they're not even in a marital love fest. The man is cheating, the woman is cheating, she's doing her thing. It's a lot of stuff going on, and it's like it's an illusion, you know. So that's why sometimes I look at some of these energies on these pictures that I see that people post, and I can feel the energy off of them. I'm like, you know what? You're not really happy. And sometimes if you create this illusion and you continue to make something true that ain't true, and you're hoping that it will get better. You're hoping that the manifestation of this picture that you posted will be right. I've seen people, y'all think about it. I've seen people that I have known. We will have I would go to like an event or something, and I'll be at the event. The man would have his wife. They would appear to be happy. He'd be like, oh, this is my wife, Shangalotta. I'm like, oh, hello, how you doing, Sister Shangalotta? And then she'll be holding his hand, holding on to every word that he says. And then literally the next month later, on his Facebook status, it says married to such and such. And I'm like, that's not Shangalotta name or whatever the name was. It'll be Baba. I'm like, who is Baba? And then he's all the way in a whole other city. He was in your local city, and then he's in a whole another city. So again, we have to understand about these illusions. So what am I saying about relationship status? Just be careful about what you post on social media, right? Because then stop looking for people's relationship goals. Everybody's relationship goals aren't real. Some people's relationship goals is bullshit. And they're not really on it like you think it is. They have a horrible marriage. They're not happy. They're horrible people. Their children are angry and they're not happy on the inside. They're not really making and doing things that is positive. They got some kind of addiction and all kind of stuff. So we have to really be mindful about these statuses, because all these statuses ain't real. We have to really begin to start looking deeper and stop looking at other people's relationship and saying that you wish you had that, because I've done that before. I looked at someone's relationship and I was like, wow, they really have a connection. Wow, they really love each other. And then by the time I look up, I'm counseling them. Or I would say, oh, I really want this kind of man. And if I'm gone. Or I'd be like, oh my God, I wish I was as patient as she was. And by the time I look up, she's gone. You know what I mean? And it's not even righteous. Okay. And it's not even the kind of relationship that I want to have. And that's okay. This brings me into judgments. Never judge. And what I'm trying to say is never judge a book by its cover. And that's the true statement. And what happens in a lot of ways is that you end up connecting with someone, and you all may have a different type of relationship, or you all might be going through your own thing at that moment. And sometimes when we go through our thing, you and that person may not be the best light because you all going through some shit in your head, okay? And when we go through things in our head, we're not gonna do things that are positive in a lot of ways. We might be stepping out on that person, or we might be having a struggle, or we've been having some kind of struggle within, and it's a battle within, and it just comes out of our pain, right? And so that person, your friends or your family members see that person out or see you out, and like, what's going on? You looking crazy, and you with this other person, you know what I mean? Or whatever this shit is going on in your relationship and in your life, they don't understand. And that's why sometimes you need to keep your business to yourself. Posting online, talking about your man, talking about your woman, she stinks, she sucks, I hate her, and then you still with her. She taping you, she doing tapes of you and posting them on social media and showing people how you are outside. I mean, why do all that when you're still gonna try to maintain to be with that person? Because you're just making yourself look bad. You're not making that person look bad. So again, relationship statuses. Being careful and mindful about your relationship status. You damn near have to guard your relationship with your life. If you love your relationship, if you love your mate, if you love your man, if you love your woman, you have to guard that with your life because some things are just so sacred. It ain't everybody's business. It's not everybody's business what you all do in the bedroom. It's not always someone's business. You all's connection. Some things I share here and there, but you don't share the intimacy parts of your relationship. And sometimes it's better when it's over with, when some things you all have gone through, because we've all gone through different things in our relationship. And some people are like, oh, well, I share because, it might help the next person, but is it helping you? This one man, one of my clients, he's like, I'm gonna write a book about this breakup I just went through. I'm like, why? Well, I think it will help somebody else. I'm like, but will it help you? Everything ain't meant to be written out for everybody to see. Will it help you though? Will it help your relationship? Because you're gonna end up, you all have a child together. Would that help for your child to read about what y'all went through? Is that something that wouldn't it be kind of embarrassing on a certain level because y'all went through some stuff? So maybe it's better that you pull that child aside and talk to them about it. That's y'all family's business. Really, that's mommy and daddy business. Because my mother tell me all the time, this between me and your daddy. My daddy be like, that's me and your mama, boy. He'll get me together. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes relationships are like that. You don't want people in your relationship, keep your mouth closed. Keep it off of social media. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of that. Let's go into social media. Social media is very okay. So I kind of did a legway into social media and how that can be. Social media can sometimes destroy the shit out of your relationship. It can destroy the shit out of your business. It can destroy your entire life. Because I can just say one little thing and they take that little sound bite and run it over and over and over again. And now it's kind of turned into a clout chasing situation. So if I say something, I might just say something about someone that I don't even want to use as an example, but I might say something about someone's, just about them. I'm not labeling a whole group, but just one particular person. And because that person is associated with that group, the whole entire group think I'm talking and disrespecting them. And so that's a problem. So we have to be mindful about social media. And certain things like posting your locations. You get robbed. People get robbed and killed and murdered. Okay. Um, Posting money on social media. I that is the dumbest shit in the world. If I become a millionaire, none of y'all would know it. I wouldn't tell nobody. I would live a regular life. I wouldn't tell nobody. I wouldn't tell my children. I would put some situations in order. And they'd be like, where'd this money come from? I'm like, I don't know. You got some money? Well, give me some. You know what I mean? I wouldn't tell them. I wouldn't tell anybody that I became a millionaire. I wouldn't tell none of y'all. Not nobody. Okay? Because it ain't nobody's damn business how much money that I have or how much money I don't have. That's private. That's private. You don't post money and dollars, and I see these young children doing this, and I see some of these elders, and they be posting, they be having stacks of money hitting their head, and you just look retarded. You look like you trying to compensate for something. Maybe your penile is small or something, or maybe your vagina is not really is small, or you don't have many people following your vagina or something. I don't know. I just think it's something that's going on with you. You have some type of low self-esteem or something, because it doesn't make sense for people to, especially nowadays, to post money on the gram, as they call it, as my children call it, the gram, or Facebook, okay, or on social media in general. It also doesn't make sense for you to post guns. Why are you posting guns on social media? Like, that's nobody needs to know my my artillery that I have in my home, because that is my business. Okay. You're not gonna break in my house and know that I got this and that and this and that. That ain't none of your business what I have within my home. And that's sacred. How much your relationship, very sacred. Your money that you make is sacred. That ain't everybody's business. You don't advertise that kind of stuff. I don't know what kind of world we living in that regard now. And I'm a type, y'all know, I feel like people should express themselves. I think it's a great way to express themselves. And I don't even mind people going to the gun range. Hey, I'm sure y'all went to the gun range. This is where we put the gun range. That's cool. But your personal um, or I went hunting today or something like that. Cool, you know. But everything doesn't need to be everybody's business. What kind of guns I have, or what kind of knives and machetes and weaponry, that ain't none of your damn business. That who does that? Okay, so it's things like that, because that can save our lives. That can save our lives, because people are breaking into things, and then sometimes when people look at your social media, they'll perceive you as a certain way. Like if you get pulled over, they're looking at all of your social media. They do all that, and then they know, oh, well, so she's armed and dangerous, or he armed and dangerous. You know, so we have to be mindful of that, because we can put that they can put that out into a status, dealing with your status, and so you just have to be mindful of posting things that or your own personal business. Okay. So just be careful about what you post on social media. So social media is solving a lot of crimes now. Some crimes are based on people are basically telling on themselves on social media. I was here. I was at the supermarket, and guess what? Roro was at the supermarket and got shot. You know what I mean? So we have to be mindful of that. Or we might not have had nothing to do with the crime, but we were just there. And because we were there, and because we know a little something, we talked about it or whatever, the people were presumed were guilty, right? So we have to be mindful about posting certain things on social media. Now and then, if I go to some of my favorite restaurants, I will post and say, "Hey, this is a great food. You know, this is great." Like that. Sometimes, just to give them props or whatever, so you can go out, come and patronize their business. Um, so things like that, we have to just be mindful of that. Even I have to be careful with that. That's why I don't necessarily highlight. I just kind of go in and I know that's one of those days where I'm going inside and I'm going to hurry up and come out. I'm picking up food and leave. You might see this and that, but you don't know exactly when it's coming. So it's things like that that so it's things like that that we have to be mindful of posting where we are, our locations, lies. So covering that, because of course, y'all know I'm talking about lies, lies. Um, it's at this stage in my life. I'm 40 years old. I do not have time to be lying to you. First of all, I'm a horrible liar. Secondly, I just don't have the time, the energy, the wealth, the awareness, the functionality, and I don't care about anything that much to be lying about, unless it's something in dealing with my freedom or something like that, or whatever the situation, something like that, something really serious. But for the most part, I don't really have time to lie. It's just best, and a lot of times it's just best if you don't want to know the truth about something, it's just best not to ask me. Um, it's just best not to ask me. I'm a horrible liar, and that's what it is. It's just best not to ask me. And sometimes the truth really hurts. Sometimes, especially with our children. When our children start talking to us and start really telling us the truth about ourselves, we start asking, be careful for what you ask for, and we start asking our children certain statuses and how they feel and this and that about something. And sometimes we have to take that truth, or sometimes you might have to tell your child the truth. And sometimes that can be a painful situation. It can be painful to tell someone whatever it is that you're telling them. That's a really painful situation, because of you are basically telling people what it is, and it's hurtful. It is very hurtful to tell people certain things. Let's deal with a couple scenarios here. Let's say you out and about minding your own business, and you see your husband out with another woman. You know, those things are serious. Those things are serious. Do you go back and tell your other woman, your friend, what you saw, or because sometimes the bearer of bad news, the messenger of bearer of bad news, usually gets blamed for something. In some cases, and sometimes you have to be mindful of that. We have to, respect. And then sometimes we have to understand that some things aren't our business. Okay. And we have to be really coy about that. We have to be very mindful. And it's a difficult situation. So, and you don't want to sit up there and lie to your friend's face anymore, or face, or do any lies or anything like that. So we have to be mindful of that. We have to, do we tell the truth? What how do we proceed? You know, do we tell him, hey, you need to tell her before I test? Probably how more along, it depends on what type of friend they are. More along the lines of how it's best to really handle it in that regard, because it can be really serious. You could be causing up, and then let's say they decide to get back together, and then you're blamed for it. Well, she didn't give me time. I was just about to break off. She didn't give me time to tell you. So again, there's so many different unfortunates. So we have to be mindful about the lies that we tell, because it can always come back and bite you in the ass. So now at this stage, why even lie? Some things you can say business. That's not a lie. That's just none of your business. You know, you know, because sometimes going there with people, sometimes it can create a problem later on down the line. So we have to be mindful of that. Okay. So that's pretty much going for. I went past 4 minutes past, so I was really just trying to do like a 30-minute video, because I hadn't did a video in quite some time. And um, yeah, so anyway, I am happy I'm so glad that you all tuned into my video. I keep looking down because my pants, these pants, I bought this nice little outfit, and it it created a snag, and so I'm like, wow, it's gonna actually probably turn into my pants because I like holes. I like holes in my pants and stuff. So these pants probably gonna turn into the whole pants. So anyway, uh, so I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about that. So that's why I keep looking down. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, I'm Dr. Ask, and I am, of course, your healer. So please get in touch with me to get my excellent advice and to understand what it is I do. And I can also be set up for interviews. I like doing interviews. Interviews are really good. But I would like to do interviews that really ask real questions because sometimes people try to me and I really want to get asked some really good questions. So you can give me a call at 502-208-9142 or website, and that's still being reconstructed because we keep going through a metamorphosis of changing it because I'm trying to go into a new era of 2000 and going into 19. So I kind of want to do something a bit differently. So I'm still kind of working my way through that. So nevertheless, www.ask314life.com. You can also email me at ask314life@gmail.com. Right now, I'm running a special on some things, so definitely come check out um, my specials that I'm having on my page. As you can see, I did a lot of posting last night. I probably got a range of 2 hours of sleep, and that's okay because I slept all day yesterday, so I made up for it. But anyway, nevertheless, thanks so much for tuning in, and I appreciate all of your wonderful energy and tuning into my videos. Mama share. Oh, let me log out for here on my YouTube.